Hi, I'm Buck Paulson, and today I have something special for you. I want you to look at the painting on the easel. It's done, it has a signature, it was sold, and then the lady wanted to exchange it for a landscape, which she did. And after I got it, I thought, I can make it a little bit better, and that's what I want to show you today. So I'll start with a little pink. You have pink around the sun, and we want just a little influence of the pink going up on some of the top clouds. So they all sort of enhance what's going on. I want to touch this one down just a little bit. So it has one important spot, a little bit there, and then particularly here as it goes into the cliffs. I think that's helpful. Anything over here? Why not? Over there, just a little bit. And you get a feeling like there's something, little energy in there besides just being a cloud. The little white cloud that cried. Wasn't there a musical number that did that? A little bit down there. And then let's see over here. I would even like to put some of this a little bit on the foam. I'll put it on and then see if I need to do any wiping on it. This is something I hadn't planned to do, but I think it needs to be done. Okay, now what I want to do, which is very important, I have a strong sun. Let's go even a little stronger. I have yellow and white. See, that's a little stronger. Notice I didn't go quite to the edge so that it has a little bit of a burn on it. Now the rest of this is all dry. See, that really helps it. Now just pull down a little bit of the rays. Don't you like it better already? I certainly do. Okay, now in the path of the sun, we need to go stronger there. So this is yellow, ochre, and white, a little yellow, straight down. And when I say straight down, to make sure that's happening, I'll put that, see my finger is against the edge of the canvas, and I go right there so I can come straight down. This is going to be straight down there. Okay, so I want to put on stronger light in the path of the sun. Otherwise, everything was equal in value. And it can't be that way to be real good. I'll take some of that same color and come down to the next foam. This, you can do just about anything you want, but base it on principles. And the principle here is light travels in a straight line. And then down below here, a good strong one. I'm going to just wipe that little sparkle off there. But what I do want to do is put some more of this just a little bit over to the right. Oops. So we'll have some of that, just a little bit there, a little bit more over to the right, and a little bit in here. That doesn't take away from the direction of the sun. Then if we have just a small bit of sparkle here, as this goes up, nice foam patterns going up, but once in a while we need to have just a little bit of sparkle in there. What color are you? Get out of there. Yellow and the same sun color that we put on. It just gives a little vitality. It's a lot like we did with the pink over here, and that really helped. Put just a little bit on the edge there. Copacetic. That is good. I have a distant wave that is kind of alone, all alone. And then also on this side, see, there's part of the distant wave showing there too. And often what helps, if you take like where the sun is on the horizon, if you just soften, I'm using the same color, but it won't look as bright because I'll thin it out a little bit. That gives just a kind of a glow up from that. You might want to do this too. Once you put that sun on, there can be just a little bit peeking out from the far part of that cloud. So this cloud is in front of the sun, but then you have some of the edging giving evidence that the sun's behind it. Okay, let's come down to the rocks. They look good and hard, but they've been wet. The waves have come and splashed over them. Then they truly would reflect some of the sky as well. So I have some alizarin crimson and white, and I'm going to put this on just a little bit on the edge there. And on this one, just, you notice I use that little finger a lot. You need to be a little cautious. Wash your hands or use a non-toxic paint, which certainly helps. And a little bit in here. See, I don't put this on the edge because the foam is hitting that and it's kind of obscuring that edge. So this is where it's open just a little bit there. I have a nice fan brush, which I'll use. I'm going to go up to the sky. It softens it. It softens what's there. But I really like that addition. That makes it look good. And here, as I come across, it would help just splash a little bit so it isn't too hard of an edge. You always need to represent well the subject. You're not going to be cut in half with the foam. It'll make you wet, but it needs to be soft, like it can accomplish that. Rocks in difference are hard. They need to represent hardness. I think I could come just a little bit more with some of the foam. And this is some blue and white. If we have this, just make that a little more white. Make that look like it's wet rocks. And over on this side, we certainly need some. So the gal was right in bringing this back and saying, I want it to look better, more complete. And not necessarily that she knew what it needed. And I didn't know what it needed when I first did it, when I signed it. It's signed right there. But now I do. And a little bit here, even though it's kind of hidden in the foam, we want a little bit of that happening. The foam, the waters run off it. And then on this one too, just a little bit of the foam, making it a wet rock. Okay, what I feel would help as well is taking some of my pink, and you have what you call the trough of the waves, which it's both in here and there. It's the flat part before it comes up and curves over. So I want to take a little bit of red in there. It's so nice to have a privilege of painting further on a canvas that you once thought was finished. And I've had that opportunity several times. Seeing the painting again, you think, oh gee, it would certainly help if I did such and such to it. There is a time to stop. I know my great teacher, Claude Buck, used to say that the artists need to have a little fellow behind to go, tap, it's done. So you don't just work and work and work on it. There's sometimes a painting can be done very quickly, and other times you take a long time on it. Whatever it takes, that's what you do. Let's see, I think on these little yellow spots that I have on the edge of the clouds, I need to touch a little pink so they have something to soften into. Now let's go over on the cliff. It looks just a little faint, so I'll take a little light and let's see if we can go just a little lighter. And a second one. See, that really brings the sun down to that area, doesn't it? Let's put a little bit in here. And then just a slight suggestion out there. That I like that, although I need to just put a little foam on this area so this splashes up just a little bit. It kind of obscures the cliff a little, but it makes the wave more important, and it is. This just a little more of a shape of a wave there. And then one thing that I like to do a lot is the eye of the wave, which is there. Let's go a little lighter with that. This is a kind of a viridian green and white. Not much lighter, but just a little bit more. Sometimes what helps in that area, after you've lightened the eye, is to take just a little darker color and you make kind of a silhouette foam pattern. See, the light's coming from behind. Now, one other thing I want to do is take the big wave there, and let's take some dark and put, so you see a little more of the water going with the foam. You see how I curve it? That helps give movement to it. Push up just a little higher. We've almost accomplished what we want there. Blend a little bit. Blending that, just blending that. This is, and I'll go across the foam patterns just a little bit too. Okay, I believe we've arrived at the next step for this one. It really has helped to have it back so I can do the little extra things. So the main thing I want you to remember is light travels in a straight line. You make the whole path bright. You have pinks, make it subsequently throughout the painting. It's over on this side. You don't see it as definitely as you do up there, but it's there. So consider your painting from several different angles. Take a mirror look at it, turn it upside down. Happy painting. Bye-bye.
Funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008. And by the members of Prairie Public.